Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gays. It is I, Aubrey, who is not your GM tonight, but I use she, her pronouns, and I will toss it over to our GM to introduce and tell us what's going on.
Hello, I am Michelle Jones, also known as Mimi, and I am your gay master for the evening because we are playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We are going to go on an adventure called The Last Love Songs on Earth. And I think first thing we need to do is have everyone introduce their characters. So, Aubrey, if you could just tell us the name of your character and the playbook you're playing.
Yes, I will be playing Rowan Walsh, who uses she, her pronouns, and the playbook I will be playing tonight is The Chosen.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'm next in line, so I'll just go in that order, I guess. Hello, my name is Ferris. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing, I forgot how to pronounce it. Aletta, oh my gosh, it's my own character. Aletta Race, who uses she, they pronouns, and is the dream mirror.
I am next. Hello, everyone. I am Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Jester, which is the Trickster playbook and uses she, they pronouns.
Hello, hello. My name is Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them. And tonight I am playing Whisper, who is the Blade Soul playbook. The Blade Soul, of course, written by our beautiful GM, Mimi. Go buy it. And Whisper uses she, they pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Zana Cruz, the scoundrel who uses she, they pronouns.
Wonderful. And as we get into our adventure, just a little introduction for the audience. The truth is written into your blood and bones. Everything is ending. A cosmic entity known as Nightborn, Void Sword, Closer of Doors, has measured the earth and found it wanting. She chose her champions, the Hellsingers, and imbued them with the power to hasten the apocalypse so she might kill the planet and bring it back as something better. For a time, the world seemed lost, but the Earth chose champions of her own, mystical warriors known as Heavenblades. For generations, the Hellsingers and the Heavenblades have waged a war in the dreamlike aria, playing a symphony of tragedy and loss. Year after year, the Heavenblades struggle against the darkness, holding back the end of the world one song and one dance at a time. And we begin with one of our Heavenblades, Rowan Walsh, receiving a text message. The text message simply says, "Lucky Cat, tonight at 8 p.m.
Who is the text message from?
I don't believe you have their name saved in your phone any longer, but you know who it's from.
I do. Yeah, that's, I look at it, I send it back an affirmative, yep, sounds good.
It's still early though. It's still like 3:30. You've got time. You can do other stuff.
Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah. I guess I will see if there is anything that needs doing. Being the chosen one, I have a lot of responsibilities, so got to make sure that nothing is going to get in the way of whatever this is.
Yeah. Well, if this was a normal day, 3:30, that means you got about half an hour before it's time to start afternoon drills. And it usually takes you about half an hour to find everybody and convince them to do afternoon drills. So who do you want to track down first?
I think I'll probably look for Jester. But when should we like describe what we look like?
You can describe yourself now.
Okay. Rowan is probably about 5'4", 5'5", mostly thanks to the heels on her boots. They had a good like extra inch or so. Her style of dress like would probably border on preppy. You know, sort of this very nice skirt. You know, button-up white shirt with a sort of a vest over it, and then usually over that she's wearing some sort of sweater or something like that. She has sort of long red hair that is at the moment braided, so you know, falls in a couple of braids. But yeah, and then I go find my best friend Jester,
Hey!
wherever
All
Jester
right.
is.
And where does Rowan find Jester?
There's a lot of places. I'm gonna be basic and say probably in her room, like reading up on a book or something, or on her phone, or playing video games. You know, just chilling. It's a 3:30. There's gonna be training in half an hour. You gotta like get some games in or whatever beforehand. You know.
Yeah, just playing on your Switch, just killing time. What does Jester look like?
In short terms, a clown. In long terms, uh, lots of long, kind of sort of messy light pink hair, and they are quite literally dressed like a pink and teal themed jester. A mask covers their face. They have the little typical two-pointed jester hat with little bells at the end. A little tealish ruffle to their outfit, and like long baggy sleeves, little like frills around the edges. If you think of like a pastel like clowny jester, you probably think of this person. Bit overdressed for the occasion, but don't worry about it. Also, about 6'5", they are very fucking tall.
Jesus.
You've got a full foot on Rowan with
Good.
heels.
As I should, actually. As she should, actually.
Oh Lord.
I look down on the chosen in more ways than one.
Yes, that, and then just you know, knock on the door and be like, "Hey, don't forget that we have, you know, drills in 30 minutes. You know, normal stuff."
I'll sit up and I'll go and open the door and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember. You need any help getting everyone else to, you know, actually go to drills?"
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a hand in tracking everyone down.
All right. Who do you want me to go after?
Whoever, you know, you might know where they are. I am not sure of where some of them have gotten off to.
Well, I assume we could probably find Aletta and Whisper together, potentially.
Yeah.
Zena is a bit of a loose cannon. I'll go after her.
Sounds good to me. I'm just like, we're in. I imagine this is some sort of like dormitory yet almost.
More or less. This is you are in Saint Celestina's Academy, which it used to be a boarding school. It's been shut down for decades now. But you all converted the building for, well, not you. The prior generations converted the building for their purposes.
Yeah. So yeah, I imagine, you know, most everybody is somewhere in this building, possibly, hopefully. And just be like, I believe Aletta is probably the next closest if they're in their room, so we should go check that out.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, Aletta, you don't need to be told what time it is, right?
Absolutely not. I'm already on the training ground ready.
Just knocking on
Warming
the door.
up, getting the stretches in, probably texting everyone just in case they forgot. Because it's important to Rowan. I'm also putting a lot of backslashes into the chat.
I just imagine we're walking to Aletta's, just when she checks her phone and is like, wait, never mind, she's already there. I should have expected this, but yeah, she's already there.
Just like look out the window and see her on the field and just go, okay, Whisper then.
Eh?
I mean, if you're looking out the window of the field, you would also see Whisper.
Points.
We're doing stretches together.
Eh.
All right.
Never mind.
I need the last one.
So while you two go off and look for Zana, so Aletta and Whisper, you two are already on the training field. Why don't we describe your characters? Let's start with Aletta.
Aletta has this sort of teal blue hair. It's kind of bulky and long, and it just is always over her eyes. Her bangs are much too long. It would be pulled back in like a ponytail for combat or practice. And let's see here, depending, probably she's wearing like a little like a I don't know how to put this other than like a chaste mesh. Like it's a mesh shirt, but it's very chaste. And then she usually would have this like red and starry like shawl on over top, but that is put aside and very neatly folded. And she probably has just like a little maroon necklace on for reasons.
That sounds downright adorable. And yeah, you're already in your, workout gear. You're like getting your stretches in. It's so important to stretch. And if it's important, you care about it.
Exactly.
Is Whisper as enthusiastic about training as Aletta?
Whisper has gone from stretcher, has rather sort of neglected their stretches and gone straight into sort of combat practice. They are moving around the field, sort of practicing some very focused punches. Whisper has sort of warm brown skin, short, like above the shoulders, very straight, severe black hair. They wear like an all black multi-piece suit, so blazer, tie, vest, suit shirt, all black. That's like well tailored. They're about 5 feet tall, and sort of across their face and body, which some people would know, some people would not. You couldn't tell by looking at them because they're entirely covered. Is like a mesh of sort of scars that there's something strange about them. There's almost a slight glow coming from this sort of web of scars across their face.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the kind of thing that catches people's attention about you, where it's like someone walking around in an all black tailored suit already is very attention grabbing, and then you just have that glow to your face that like makes people look at you.
But, what most people think or look at doesn't bother me much.
Yeah. So that is everyone accounted for except for one.
Yeah, and I'm being very inconspicuous somewhere trying to avoid this.
Yeah, you probably have like a spot that no one checks, like a rooftop corner or something where you hang out and smoke.
Yeah, no, exactly. I definitely like that. It's definitely a rooftop. On one of like, I don't know, maybe there's an older building that's like not even in use, so people don't even go there normally. And you would see Zana has very like tight but well kept jeans, dark blue, combat boots on. They are wearing kind of like almost a leather jacket, but almost like a military jacket. Which is completely black, but under it you see a blouse that's just very bright and floral, covered in roses and thorns. Dark brown skin, almost like like too much sunburn, but not quite, and long, like dark brown like wavy / curly hair, like swept behind her, and is just there doing her best to avoid everyone. And I don't know, maybe it's just on lesbian TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah, let's talk. We know about it.
Yeah, obviously.
That sounds like a dating app that like TikTok bootleg. Like let's talk, winks.
I guarantee that it's if it's not already a dating app, it will be soon. But yeah, I think Rowan and Jester, you probably would not find Zana if it wasn't just for like the tiniest wisp of smoke trailing out from like the corner of the annex roof.
I mean, would Zana have her ringtone on?
Yeah, we could just phone her. Is what I was
This is
thinking.
actually like it's like takes 15 minutes. We can't find them, and we just be like, yeah, fuck it, let's just call her.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah, they
the
just
sound
listen
on her
for the
phone is
ringtone.
on, so like it would be quiet. And she did the thing where like you're trying to listen to something on like a music app, and it's not loaded yet, so accidentally turn your ringer on, but not on purpose, and just never changed it.
We just listen, and then we just be like, trading.
You just hear a shit, fuck, no, stop, not going.
Stop being lazy.
We have
I'm not
to.
lazy, I just don't want to.
Are you scared?
Fight me.
Come to
Yeah,
training. I'll kick your
come to
ass.
trading, and then they'll be fighting.
That's okay. I think she's scared of me. She knows I'm better at fighting after all.
You got it on. I think she's like, I'm better than you. I'll be there. Fuck off.
Just give Rowan a thumbs up.
You'll get a thumbs up in return.
Soon, the five of you are together on the training field, some more reluctantly than others. You see your instructor, Leland Kane, is not here yet, which is unusual for her, because she's usually the first one out. But like, you've all been doing this for a while now, so you know the drill. You do your stretches, you do your warm-ups. Sometimes you pair off to spar. Sometimes, you've got your endurance training, your exercises. You get maybe like halfway into training before Leland even shows up.
Do they look like, everything is fine, or do they look distracted? Maybe like something's on their mind.
It's a little bit hard to tell. Leland is an older woman. She's got kind of a hard expression. She never really looks like she's in a good mood. Like she's just got like that very stony look, that very like her jaw is just like always set in a scowl kind of. I will say, as she approaches the field, she almost doesn't look angry enough.
I mean, I'll take it. I imagine I being the chosen one and the one who's like with Jester has been here the longest, I can I know how it goes. I can oversee and delegate things as necessary, make decisions.
I'm gonna make fun. Hey, teacher, half an hour late. Did your clock break or something?
She just lets out this really heavy sigh and goes, why don't you all just come over here for a minute?
Okay.
Alita runs right over there.
I'll keep a little bit. I'll like hear the back of the crowd a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you're the tallest one here. Even standing at the back, it's just like you can't be missed.
All of you are so short, and I am so tall.
But yeah, Leland is probably the only person here who's almost your height. She's just like just a hair over 6 foot. But as she comes over, she sort of like she looks like she's trying to figure out how to say the thing that she needs to say. And after a minute, she just goes, you know, I was really hoping that it wasn't going to have to be you kids. I actually don't hate most of you.
Most?
This is concerning. What's going
That's
on?
okay. I understand.
Which ones do you not hate?
She just pats you on the head. You all have been fighting for a while now, but there are still a lot of things that you don't know. See, some years the fighting's not as bad, and some years it's a lot more intense. This is gonna be one of the bad years.
So what's going on? What's happening?
Tomorrow, I think this is gonna be the one.
Oh,
Oh.
Rowan, Jester, I know you two know, but for the rest of you, there's a rhythm to the fights, you know? And when they reach a certain point, that's when Nightborn tries to end everything for good. There's always, you know, the risk, but I think tomorrow is gonna be a major battle. And if we lose it, I don't think there's another chance. But if we play our cards right, we just might be able to end it all for good. In our favor.
You mean end the entire fight?
Yeah.
No more swords?
No more swords, no more powers. We take the fight to Nightborn herself, and we finish it.
I see.
yeah. If that's what it is, we'll be ready.
Whisper, who is also at the back of the crowd, but much less visible because she's not over 6 feet tall. She speaks up and says, "How do you know? What have you heard?"
Some of you might have already started to notice that after you spend enough time in the symphony, you start to dream about it.
Yeah.
thought those were just stress dreams.
It's how it's fine.
Well, I had a dream last night, and I called Rain and I called Harmony, and they both had the same dream. It's her. She's gonna be here.
I think Jester kind of flinches, just like, oh, okay. This is quite a bit to drop on us all at once, you know.
Well, I mean, if I could have given you more warning, I would have. We've started to get a feel for the rhythm, but you know, it's unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
So what should we do to prepare?
You are all some of the best fighters I've trained. I don't think you need to worry about, being ready for the fight, but I think if there's anything that you've always wanted to do, today's your day to do it.
A little dark, but understandable. Now we're only halfway through training, but I think we should probably cut it short with this news. I think I've lost a bit of my guts over it.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Make sure everyone's well rested and all of that for tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I'm gonna go lie down for a little bit. This is quite a bit to think that it's all going to be over soon.
Yeah. Get your rest, clear your heads, and if there's anything I can do, I'll be here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she rests a hand on Rowan's shoulder and says, "You got this."
I certainly hope so.
As I leave, I do want to look at Xana and be like, "I'm sorry, I only had time to kick your ass twice." I'm gonna leave.
Sana's gonna walk away and it's like, don't worry, you kick my ass later. Winks at you, and it's like, and then like, I'm gonna go to the bar.
Who looks the most upset by this news?
I think Jester and Rowan both look pretty upset right now.
It's not Sana.
And Zana's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Rowan is very upset because, the things later as well. And just being like, oh, fuck. And then a lot of pressure. It's being like, I've been training for this, most of my life. Oh, no.
Then I think Aletta will go to Rowan, and just try to offer her encouragement. I think she will say, "You are the best fighter out of all of us, and you know exactly what to do, and you're an excellent leader. You're going to be amazing." And try to offer emotional support is what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
That's heart.
I think it's heart or spirit, so it's your choice.
Heart it is. Oh, wow. I got a 12.
Oh, damn.
Amazing.
Okay. I'm so encouraging.
So if, first off, does Rowan open up to the emotional support?
Yeah, I think so. Or it's just like, yeah, it's, I've been hearing about this moment for like all of my life. So there's a bit of nervousness, and a lot is on my shoulders right now. Like the destiny and all of that.
Well, I think it's your destiny to win. So nothing bad can happen.
I certainly hope not.
All right. So Rowan, you get to choose. You don't have any conditions yet, so you can get XP, get +1 forward, or gain insight from me about an obstacle facing one of you. And then Oletta, you can either take a string from Rowan, or you can also choose one of those options.
By taking a string, that means just getting a string on Rowan.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
just increase the strings by 1.
I think I'll take a string. They don't do anything for me, but I'll take a string anyway.
I mean, it was also just like you could, there was fun stuff in there.
I mean, they're still useful for you to have for other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, aha, there's the XP track. I will take an XP.
Alrighty. So yeah, Oletta, you you take this moment to comfort Rowan. You do. I know neither of you chose gain insight. You do sort of get the feeling that like you're saying all the correct words. Like you're saying all the things that should be very comforting, but like Rowan doesn't look super comforted.
Oh no. I failed.
Mechanically, you didn't fail.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I did. That's all that matters.
You
Every
have
success is a failure.
like you have done exactly the correct thing to do, and Rowan is thanking you for it. But you just have something nagging you, like in the back of your mind, that like Rowan needs something else right now.
Gonna hug her.
I mean, I'll take the hug and I'll return the hug.
Okay. You want space though, right? You want space. Oh, do space. Space is great for people to think about. Stars.
There's a lot to go over, and Rowan is just like, yeah, there's a lot to go over, and I don't know. Everything's gonna change after today.
Yeah, well. I hope so. And I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Just run away from this situation
Yeah.
before you have to deal with any more feelings that you're unprepared for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I shall say that, Rowan is maybe a bit smitten on Oletta.
Aww.
You can't take any more strings on me or I give you one.
It's okay.
But I do have a question to answer.
Yeah, you have a question to answer.
How do our respective stations make it impossible to be together? Maybe not stations per se, but the whole part of my destiny is to lose the ones I love. So it's always the fear that's in the back of her mind is getting close to people and falling in love, and if it comes true and she does lose them, and she loves them, it's gonna hurt even more.
Yeah, if you keep them at arm's length, then you don't have to lose them.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna leave you to grapple with that. How does Whisper handle this news?
Yeah, so Whisper had started to go over towards Oletta, then noticed her moving towards Rowan. And so instead, I am going to follow Zana to the bar.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you two were probably arriving like just as they're like unlocking the doors. Zana, like what kind of place would you go to? Is it like a trendy place? Is it like a dive bar?
It's gonna be somewhere between like popular dive bar because it's like in like a busy part of town. It's gonna be specifically a lesbian bar called the Gossip Grill. Yes, I'm stealing this from real life. No, they cannot find me, so they cannot sue us.
Listen, this game takes place on Earth. If it exists on Earth, it exists here.
Great, Gossip Grill. It's now an international chain. And yeah, it's the motifs are very like warm, lots of pinks and reds. Like it's gonna be like mouth kissing is the logo. It's a relaxed place. You go there to have drinks and not get hit on by people that you don't want to be hit on by.
Sounds perfect. So Whisper, you follow Zana to the Gossip Grill.
Yeah, what's your vibe, Zana? Are you like seated at the bar? Are you chatting people up? What's going on?
I think Zana was just gonna get a like I don't know, just like straight whiskey, and just go to a table and just gonna like not like sulking, but also just like it's like oh another day I gotta deal with it. It's just gonna be another fight. What's new?
Yeah, I think that Whisper comes over to your table. She has stopped at the bar to grab like another of your favorite drinks and I don't know, some cheap shot for herself. And says, "So, this is the last fight."
Yeah, I mean, it feels just like any other thing that we've done. I don't. I guess this whole title put upon me is not carrying as much weight as the others, but suffice, we're going to go there, we'll be fine.
I mean, you do still have that title though, so does that mean you will be sticking around for it?
I'm not one to turn down a fight, even if it's not for something I have my whole heart behind. A fight is a fight.
Maybe not one to turn down a fight, but you are one to leave.
Zana is gonna take a slow sip just while like keeping eyes on you, just like did you come here for more than just laying out laundry?
Whisper looks down, takes the shot, and says, "It's very possibly our last day here. Come home with me?"
Zana finishes the drink, slams the glass on the table, not loudly, but just looks like, you don't have to ask me twice.
Perfect. It wasn't even the scoundrel who started it.
I mean, she started it just years ago.
Fair enough. Zana's been starting since she got here.
Zana started the fire, but she doesn't talk about it. She just drinks about it.
Cool guys don't look at explosions, but it's cool Zanas don't look at the fires they've started as they walk away from them at mock speed.
Oh, but wait. I'm gonna say Sana is smitten by Whisper.
Ooh.
Amazing. So you give Whisper a string, so that's going to go up to 3. And you've got a question you can answer as the scoundrel.
Yeah, so The Scoundrel's Truths of Heart and Blade is what it's titled. Is when you become smitten with someone, um, why would your romance never last? And Sana knows deep down that she, the burden of this title, the meaning behind it is something that she doesn't care enough about. And I think she thinks that Whisper thinks is how Zana treats everything and wouldn't treat them as an equal, even though Zana probably would. But she feels deep down that it would just be something that is treated like a fling. And Zana doesn't want to go through that. Okay.
Yeah, why get all those complicated feelings in the, like, why let all those stupid misunderstandings get in the way? Just cut to the chase.
Exactly. Just go along for the ride. Sometimes the ride has a short trip, and that's okay.
So Whisper and Zana go cut to the chase, and Jester is brooding, sulking. What verb would you use?
Broking. Never saying that again. I have an important question. Memes exist in this universe, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just need to know that for part of this later on. Just saving that in my back pocket. I feel like brooding, sulking, psyching up for the inevitable confrontation. I want to check. My mom owns a phone, right? Did she text me or anything? Because she was mentioned in having one of these visions.
You don't have any calls or texts from your mom, no.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm not going to text her. Instead, I'm going to ignore my problems by creating a meme. And it's the John Mulaney meme, like peace signing beside a grave. I'm going to put us on John Mulaney and then Nightboard on the grave and just send it to the group chat and say, this is us tomorrow. Try and lighten the mood, you know?
I know exactly what meme you're talking about. I don't think that's John
That's
Mulaney.
not John
I think
Mulaney.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it's a different
Flash.
skinny
the white boy.
man.
That's the Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's John Mulaney.
He does
in
kind of
this.
look like John Mulaney, though. Now that you say it.
They're both just skinny white men, but
Yes.
Just another one of your skinny old white men. So yeah, that specific meme. I feel like I need to try and like lift people's spirits, but I don't have like. I'm like psyching myself up with everything. And I think after sending a couple of other memes and seeing if anyone's like maybe taking their minds off a little bit, I'm just gonna text my mom and be like, "It all ends tomorrow, for better or for worse."
It's so ominous.
At this point, I'm gonna go forward and fight. And depending on how it goes, just be safe. And I'm just gonna send that as a text.
yeah. I think you see like the ... of someone like typing a response, and then the dots go away. And like a minute later, it's like ... and the dots go away. And like a minute later, it's just don't get hurt.
I'll react to that with a thumbs up emoji and continue sending memes while coping with my existence. Alone in my bedroom.
Beautiful. So I think everybody is really down in the dumps. You just found out that tomorrow is either the day you save the world or the apocalypse. So that'll be fun for you.
Yep.
And it's getting pretty close to 8 o'clock. So what does Rowan do?
Um, and I imagine it's especially lucky if Sada hasn't come back yet, so I don't have to make the excuses to what I'm doing.
Oh, Zana's definitely not here.
Oh, definitely. So it's even better for me. Still, sneaking out of the building. But more casual clothing, and all of that. And sneak out of the building, avoid people, head to the place, get there probably about 15 minutes early, spend some time with the cats, waiting for the person to show up.
Yeah. So yeah, you go to the Lucky Cat Cafe. This is sort of it's the neutral ground for like Heaven Blades and Hellsingers. Like, it is a place where you can show up and you don't have to worry about a fight. You can like talk about all the strange magical bullshit you deal with without worrying about some rando overhearing it. So it's a pretty normal place to meet and chat. And then at about 8:05, you get a text that says, "I'm out back."
Oh, that is so suspicious, but I imagine I have like found a spot, from some of the cats that I spend a lot of time with, petting them, and just hanging out with them, and I have to probably move one of them off of my lap, to get up from wherever I'm sitting, and give them a few more pets and scritches and all of that before heading out back.
Yeah. And you see Faye, your ex, Faye Blackwood, is just sort of in the alley, back to the wall, got a cigarette, and
So edgy.
sees you coming and goes, "You heard yet?"
Yeah, I got the news a couple hours ago.
She pauses, says, "You could just choose not to show up."
I mean, so could you.
Well, I guess you still think you're doing the right thing, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, in the end, it's just what other options do we have? I what can I say that I haven't already said before?
Yeah. I mean, I could do the whole thing again about how the world is either going to die slow or die fast. And at least if it dies fast, we can rebuild it into something better.
And then, I could do the whole I would rather the world not die slowly or quickly, that I've done before. As I'm saying this, I'm like, not quickly or anything, but I imagine I stopped a few paces back to start with, and like with each word, I take a step forward, sort of slow, cautious steps.
That's always been the problem, is when you get an A or B question, you have to choose J. If it's yes or no, you choose both. And you can't go through life like that.
Honestly, I just want it to be done with. I want it to be over with, and if it means I'm fighting on this side, we're gonna see it through. I've been told since I was a child that it was my destiny save the world. Do you know how much weight that is to put on a child? You know?
Yeah. She nods and like flicks the butt of the cigarette and goes, "Yeah, it's fucked up. Your mom's a piece of work."
I think that is the one thing we can both agree on.
But you're still gonna fight.
Yeah, I mean, I owe it to everyone. Chester, Loletta, Sana, Whisper. I owe it to all of them to, see this through. It's not right if after all of this I just do what happened before. Run away. Leave everyone in the lurch to fight without a full team. Without, I guess, their de facto leader.
Yeah, I really wish you weren't, because I really didn't want to do this to you.
To
And
what?
she says that, and you hear another set of footsteps coming up from behind you.
Oh, lovely. So, I look over my shoulder really quick to see what is going on and just be like, Big Faye, what's going on?
Yeah, you turn around, and Theodora, another Hellsinger, is turning the corner, and now you're in an alley between two of your enemies.
I take a look and just being like, oh, come. Yeah, no, I know we joked about running away together, but that's not what I meant. And, it's just like, there's like one in front of me, so, the alley, and one behind me. And I imagine the back door doesn't have an outside handle on it.
It does not.
It does not. And I imagine I feel like I know Faye better than the other one. So I am going to. It doesn't even really want to fight. It's more of just get away, slip past. I'm short.
That would be a defy disaster.
Defy disaster.
So before you roll, I don't always do this, but for particularly dramatic moments, what are you willing to sacrifice?
I think that doing this it's kind of like this is the moment for Faye and I. It's like there is no coming back from this. This is kidnapping. So it's definitely like my pseudo relationship, at least emotionally. Physically, I don't know.
That's fair. So now tell me what stat you're rolling to try to make this escape.
Disaster. I am going to leverage my knowledge of Faye, of fact that maybe she relies on a certain move that I know that she will probably try to pull, so I can be ready for it to dodge out of the way.
All right, let's roll wit.
That's a 5.
Ooh, 5. That's rough. Yeah.
It's not like luck exists. So that's a definite failure.
Yeah. So I think, tell me, what knowledge about Fae would you try to exploit in this situation?
Well, I know that they're right-handed.
Mhm.
So that I know that they favor the right side. So that's where I think they're going to try and lunge at me first. So I move left.
Yeah, so you sort of like feint right, lunge left, and as Faye is like going to grab you, you slip past her, you take a step, and you are getting ready to sprint down the alley when something slams into your chest like a sack of bricks and drops you. Why don't you go ahead and take a condition?
Let's go with frightened. Because oh no, it's definitely going different than I expected.
Yeah. So you are frightened, and a heavy combat boot plants itself on your chest, and you look up the boot, and this tall woman with like platinum blonde hair is like leaning on her knee with one arm and looking past you at Faye. Not even really thinking about you in this moment, and goes, "You really couldn't do it, huh?" And Faye just avoids eye contact.
I just feel like fuck. You know, it's just like all the wind knocked out of you. You know, unable to like move and trying to just gasp for breaths. Would this count as a betrayal?
Yeah, this is definitely a betrayal. She called you to a neutral territory and then jumped you. This is definitely a betrayal.
Cool. So I can mark off that point of my tragic aspect and gain an XP.
Yeah. And I think you hear music start to play, just like these soft, light notes. And you know that means they're pulling you into the aria.
Oh no.
They're pulling you into the dream. And once you're there, you all have powers. So what's Aletta up to?
Oh boy. Okay. Everyone has gone except for Jester. So that means it's time to become Jester's friend.
No! Leave me alone!
I would like to actually use one of my moves, which is mimesis. I don't know how you say that. When you observe someone for a short time, you may ask one, and there are various questions. Could I ask? I mean, do I have to observe her newly, or does having been around her in the last, I don't know, hour count?
I think just the fact, just hanging out today counts. So you can go ahead and ask a question from your list.
What would you talk about in this situation is my question for Jester.
You're gonna have to be more specific, like what I want to talk about right now, or like...
Yeah, what would you talk about? I assume I'm the one asking the question. In like the context of I want to make this more personal, but no, I'll ask in the context of the world possibly ending tomorrow.
I'm curious, what do you mean more personal? What's the more personal one?
In the context of getting you to like me, but no, I won't.
The context is the world ending tomorrow. The one thing that she'd want to talk about or something is, I guess, uh, she seemed a bit scared of the idea of actually facing Nightborn. So that might be something good to talk about, because that's problematic, evil number. That's like terrifying. That's like 3 years of fighting has led up to this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Does she want to? Well, that's the trickster's secret. No.
I think that Aletta would have picked up on that hesitation a little bit just by virtue of acute observation. And I think she will just sort of knock on your door, assuming you're in your room.
Who is it?
It's Aletta.
Go away.
But I have something for you.
Go away again.
I'm just gonna slide it under the door.
You hear Jester sigh, and you hear like a creak as she gets up and opens the door and looks tired. And she's like, "What?"
I have a good luck charm for you.
A good luck charm.
Yes, I made it. Some people might call them friendship bracelets, but they also function as good luck charms.
Oh, I don't think I really need any luck, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Okay, but listen, so I did a little like singing into it, but so it will, so the aria will reflect back on it, and it should give you a little bit of protection, in theory, against, Nightborn.
She kind of. It's hard to tell, but she looks a little bit irritated at the mention. It's just like, I'll certainly keep that in mind. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want me to tie it on now, or?
No, it's okay.
Great, perfect, awesome, cool.
I'm curious, would Aletta want to know what's going on in Jester's head?
Yes, fully, definitely.
You could try to roll figure out a person. Now, Jester being the trickster can lie, but
Okay.
You could do a roll about it.
I will do a roll about it.
I need to see if I have something for that, because I have something for like comforting emotions, but I don't have
I think I can spend a string to figure out a person. I think I can't influence, but I can spend string to figure out people. I think. Wait, I don't have a string on you.
You do. The only one who doesn't is Whisper. You have one string on me.
Ah, sorry. I couldn't move my sheet enough out of the way, and it looked like it wasn't on a thing. Yeah, I think I'll spend my string on this. That seems important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can. I'm just glancing at the Dream Mirror playbook. I think you can just do the regular roll to figure out a person, and then you can spend a string on someone to get a +3 to the roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I read it. I can lie to you, but I have to increase my feelings by 1 at the end of the scene if I just straight up lie to your face.
Well, I sure get experience out of this.
Did you fail?
That's a whole 5 with the +3.
Really? You rolled snake eyes? How do you roll snake eyes?
Because last time I rolled really well, and I only do one or the other.
Oh dear. Well,
What happens on a 6 or less?
Well, it's a downbeat, which means I get to make a GM move. This is powered by the apocalypse. I don't roll dice. I just wait for you to fail.
I love this system.
Yeah. So I think in this moment, I mean, Jester not only has a literal mask, but is also just the one person you can never quite get a read on. Like, they just don't share their feelings with you the way other people do sometimes. And I think, how would that make you feel in this moment?
Oh, coming from Jester, it's probably been a lot of this. So, but I don't think that makes the rejection sting any less. Um, Especially with this thought in the back of her mind. I don't know how to put it there, that like she's never gonna be good enough for anyone. And that she can't even like get to a friendship level with this person, no matter how hard she tries. Like, yeah, it hurts.
So I'm going to give you a choice. You can either lash out at Jester or stagger.
What does Stagger do again?
So it's a list of things that you choose, but basically, let me pull it up so I can actually read it. So you don't have any conditions yet, so you would either... Oh, wait, no. Lash out is one of the options on stagger. So actually, no. You do just stagger. So you can either lash out at someone whose regard matters to you, hesitate or stumble, or mark 2 conditions.
I think at this stage, she's gonna just swallow that back and mark 2 conditions.
I feel so bad.
Do you pick the conditions or do I pick them?
You pick.
Hopeless and insecure. Let's go.
Hey.
Ooh, or guilty. Guilty or hopeless. Both seem so fitting.
I think hopeless kind of fits,
I'll go with
actually.
hopeless. Because she'll never be good enough.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think, Jester, you just notice, like, it's not much of a tell. Oletta is very good at just looking the way they want, looking the way they think they should look. But I think you just notice like the tiniest little twitch or like the tiniest little thing that tells you like you have struck a nerve.
I feel fucking terrible and I'm gonna start crying. Jester, probably a lot less so. I feel like she's just gonna look over Aletta and just be like, I think it's best if you go and get some rest for tomorrow.
Of course. We always need to rest.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, you could talk.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Close the door.
Yeah, the door shuts. You get some space. You can't deal with this. If one more thing happens, you just might snap. Your aunt owns the lucky cat, right?
That is true.
Yeah. And I think you get a phone call.
Yeah, hello, it's Alita. You can't leave a message because I answered like a fool. Hi.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
It's just a great day before the end of the world. What's up?
Well, are you sure you're okay? Well, listen, we'll talk about that later. I
hesitating is something
hear...
wrong.
I'm pretty sure I hear music outside the cafe, and I should not be hearing music outside the cafe. Do you know anything about that?
Music like someone has a boombox from the 90s? Or music like, I don't know, heralding the apocalypse?
The second one.
So it's boss fight music. Awesome. No. but I should know something about that, shouldn't I? Do you want me to come check it out?
Yeah, if you could.
Of course, not a
I
problem.
I can't leave right now, but if you can just
Don't
make
worry about it.
sure.
I'll check it out. It'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, and stop by, get a coffee later.
Of course. I'd be so happy to see you. This is a great time.
Are you sure you're doing okay?
Mm-hmm. Never better. It's just, stress for tomorrow. World might end and all that, but it's no biggie because it's like destiny.
Okay, sweetie. Well, I'll check on you later, okay? Just let me know when you get here.
Okay, totally. I will be there right away. I have literally nothing better to do. Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, bye, sweetie.
And then I guess since Jester wants nothing to do with me, and I don't know where the other two are, I'm gonna go by myself.
Oh
Watch me fail.
I don't know if I could text or call anyone right now. She's got 2 conditions, and one of us hopeless,
Text a group chat, please.
and the other is insecure. She's too insecure to text the group chat right now. She's just gonna go. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, like if you text the group chat and tell them that you have a problem that you need help with at a time like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got so much going on right now. That would be so inconsiderate of me, and also Jester already hates me. It would only make it worse. Nah, it's probably just the boombox.
So, Aletta, you're gonna make your way to the Lucky Cat, and at this point, it's like 8:30 p.m. I assume Whisper and Zana have finished whatever they were doing.
Bold assumption.
I'm just saying, it's been like 4 hours, even for lesbians. It's
Yeah.
and I think it's very faint, but you do just almost hear. It's like bells, like a wind chime, just the faintest sound of a song starting up, playing on the wind.
Was that your phone?
No, I actually did put it on silent this time. What was it, yours?
No, no one calls me.
So humble. Okay. Is there like a vibe check move?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, you can just tell me like how you want to, like, are you looking out the window? Are you like, or just like you are magic if you just want to like get a feel for the world around you.
Okay. I think Zana would get up and check out, because obviously we're at Whisper's place, their window is like, wait. So it's like early evening at this point, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, like the sun has set.
Who the hell is doing chimes up at night? It's some ritual I don't know about.
Yeah, and like this specific song is not one that you know, but like I think as you like lean out to listen more closely, you know that this is coming from the aria. This is not physical music that's playing.
Hey, Whisper, this is I think this is from the Aria.
What? No, we're supposed to have until tomorrow. And I think Whisper joins her at the window and leans out and gets that same sense.
Yeah, well, I guess the apocalypse can't wait.
Fuck. Do you think that Aletta and Rowan and Jester already heard it?
Not sure. I want to grab my shit. Why don't you text the group chat and we'll meet up somewhere?
Whisper texts Aria? Question mark? And sends to group chat.
Yeah, so everybody, you all will see that message, except for
Yeah,
Rowan,
except
who's
for me.
kind of busy.
I'm a little busy.
The Aria is... I've called it a dream world, but it's really... It's just like a layer over reality where you can have these fights without impacting the real world. And it's also where your powers are at their strongest. It's when you can fully manifest your abilities. And Rowan, right now, you have Faye in front of you who has this very nasty looking scythe with like rose embellishments. Theodora, who has a whip and just spectral hunting dogs like on either side, and a woman who you've only fought once before, but who you're aware goes by the name Valkyrie and has a giant fuck off axe. And what weapon do you have standing in the middle of these three?
I have my sword, which I have named Remorse. It is a sort of a blue blade that swirls with stars, and sort of this almost jagged obsidian hilt. And around like where the hilt is wrapped like a scarf, a blue scarf.
Beautiful. Would you like to fight or defy disaster?
I think I am going to try to defy disaster because it is 3-on-1 and I am frightened. It's more about trying to dodge and avoid rather than trying to land blows.
All right. Tell me what you're rolling.
For defy disaster. Let's roll with grace. Because it's more of like I am blocking, dodging, just trying to keep on the move and hoping maybe that somebody is aware that this is going on and I can get back up. Or just that I can find my way out of this problem.
All right, let's roll it.
That is much better. So it's going to be an 11.
Ooh, an 11. I can't even bring that down with a string. I was totally about to.
I mean, that would bump it down to a mixed success, wouldn't it?
Well, no, 11 would go down to a 10.
Oh, yeah, it would.
But, no, that's too good for me to even mess with you, so,
Just putting more time.
Yeah, so on a 10 plus...
It's a show off why I'm the chosen one.
You can do it with style. At my discretion, you may also learn new information, discover a new opportunity, or gain a string on someone. So I'll tell you what, you do have a move already that says you gain an insight or learn some information.
Yeah, I have. Help me. Whenever I am captured, my captor reveals something they hope to achieve, and I gain a string on them and mark XP.
Yeah, I think as you are dodging blows and as you are like just narrowly avoiding these attacks, you slash through one of the spectral hunting dogs just in time to duck under the swinging axe, just in time to spin away from the scythe. And Valkyrie says, all you had to do was agree to stay home tomorrow, and you could have avoided all of this.
Rowan, trying to think up something witty to say, and just it probably like stammers out something. About not about that's not possible. You know. And you know, and as well as like trying to, you know, is Faye actively attacking me, or is just the other two attacking me?
Faye is attacking you.
Okay,
but
that's what I thought.
doesn't seem to be giving it her all. This is more just like she's going through the motions. She's not pulling any punches, but you know, she could be using her powers. She could be like going for a sucker punch, but she's not.
Yes, she knows all my weak points.
Yeah, and she's not like she's not using any of them against you, which she normally would. So this is a little out of character.
Yeah, and I definitely noticed that. And more, it's more of just trying to buy time. Maybe if I see something, see like a chance to, I don't know, maybe gently, you know, I was gonna say take someone
Gently
out.
attack.
To take someone out, but not like kill them. You know, try to make it so it's not a 3-on-1.
Yeah, you want to incapacitate one of them.
Mhm.
And I'll say you are too on the back foot to do that yet.
Yeah, but just trying to buy time and maybe reassess my situation and figure out what my move should be.
Yeah, but Aletta, you arrive in time to hear the music, and before it was just like it was like bells and chimes. It was very light. It was like it was just like the opening notes, and now it is like full boss battle music by the time you get here.
Do I know that Rowan is in danger, or do I have to like dive into the aria?
You can't see what's happening from the real world. You would have to go in.
I mean, it can't be a good thing, so I'm gonna go in. Yep, you know, solve it. It's gonna be fine.
Okay. How do you change when you enter the aria? How do you transform?
I think her hair goes up into this really high ponytail, and her bangs sort of like swoop out of her face, even though she doesn't want them to. And she gets these like mascara tear marks that like run down her face. And no matter how much she wants the transformation to keep whatever color she was wearing, it always defaults to this very pale, like sunrise pink and yellow. And just this like almost gossamer sort of like a little mix between like the Sailor Moon, like those Sailor Jupiter outfit, like with the booties, but like with a longer skirt going on. Actually, it's very Sailor Jupiter now to think about it, because the hair. Anyway, yeah, that's what she looked like.
Yeah, Jupiter's the one with the ponytail.
Yeah, Jupiter's my favorite. Okay.
Yeah, you step into the aria just and the landscape shifts around you, where brick walls become like these towering trees that have these shimmering golden like pine needles, and what used to be the Lucky Cat Cafe within the Aria is this massive cathedral with stained glass windows. And you see battle. You see Rowan on the back foot against 3 Hellsingers who, as far as you can tell, are out for blood.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What do you do?
I would like to defend Rowan. I will throw myself between Rowan and those fighting her.
So that sounds like you're gonna defy disaster on behalf of someone else.
Yep.
Hey.
Which
you get to mark XP.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, if you do that on my behalf.
Definitely on your behalf. I also get a -2 to defy disaster because I'm feeling hopeless.
Yeah, before you roll that, what are you willing to sacrifice in this moment?
My dignity.
Fair. Go ahead and roll.
What dignity?
I mean, fair. Because I have the toy soldier move, when I fight for someone else, I get to roll heart instead of daring.
I like it. Let's do it.
Oh, did I also change to my special magical girl outfit as well? Even though I did not consent to be brought into the Aria.
Yeah. We can give you a transformation sequence.
Yeah. I do imagine, because it was like, oh, give Aletta a chance to roll. Rowan's outfit is risque is not the word, but Rowan in like her daily life, very preppy, proper, pressed, very much like has a specific way. Her outfit in the Aria is maybe a little bit of a way to cut loose. Lower cut shirts, skirts that maybe a little bit more, not necessarily risque, but kind of like Yuna's outfit in Final Fantasy X-2 kind of way, whereas like she's it's suddenly like, damn, that's a change.
Yeah, it's very like warrior girl, very Final Fantasy. So I see that's a 4.
It is indeed. Woo.
I wish I could spend some strings to give you something.
Oh well.
So I'm gonna say choose Faye Blackwood, who you know is Rowan's ex, Theodora, who has the hunting dogs, or this woman with a giant axe.
Faye.
Yeah. You dive in at Faye, desperate to like block this blow, to keep Rowan safe, to protect her at any cost, and Faye is swinging down with the scythe, and I think you just misjudged the distance, and the blade of the scythe is coming down towards your neck, and just before it can cut, Faye stops and looks at you and goes, "Shit, are you okay?"
Oh no.
I also, I guess, noticed this at the same time, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you're a little preoccupied, but you
Yeah.
see You see, like, Faye stops her blade, like, just short of, like, dealing serious harm. And yeah, she looks at Oletta and goes, "Are you good?"
So insulting when the villain has to do it.
I mean, hey, I only have to deal with 2 people right now, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I think Oletta will actually just be like, it's none of your business! Which is probably more than enough of an answer for that.
Yeah, I think, like, she, like, actually takes a step back. She's like, all right, hold on. I didn't do anything for you to be mad at. Well, I mean, I kind of did, but, like, this seems misdirected.
Sounds of battle in the background.
I don't think it's misdirected at all. I don't even know what's going on, but Rowan is in danger and you seem to be a good cause of it, so just back off into your own thing. Just splash me already, I'm tired.
Oh, hun. And yeah, she looks at you just like face full of pity and swings her scythe the opposite way so that the handle clocks you on the side of the head.
Yep. That hurts.
Jester, Whisper, Zana, you all follow the sounds of music that at this point is reached like a fever pitch. This is Dark Souls boss phase 2.
Oh no, there's Latin.
There's Latin. There's Latin.
Oh, those omnes.
Sephiroth.
Why is the symphony singing about a one-winged angel in Latin?
I think Zana would probably be like running ahead and just like, it's normally not this bad, right? What the fuck?
You guys all have your swords, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. We're going in as the current de facto leader. Don't die.
Zana says that she's already running in.
A+ leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Rowan is. I don't know where Aletta is. We're doing our best.
Which I have. What is it? I took a move where I go in because being cocky.
Yes.
Fools rush in, yeah.
Fools rush in, yeah. I'm just going in ahead, not waiting for the other two.
Do you roll something when you do that?
When you vault into a situation without forethought and wind up way over your head, get someone dangerous to you, a strength. I mark XP and I take 1 forward to defy disaster.
Perfect. I'm gonna record that string. You get your XP. Go ahead and roll Defy Disaster. Roll with a +1. You're just diving in. You don't know what's going on. You'll find out when you roll.
Yeah. Defy Disaster. Roll. Defy Disaster. It uses daring, right?
Well, you choose which stat to roll.
Oh.
Basically, you choose how you're defying disaster. If it's like going in, like charging in, no plan, that's pretty much daring. But you can tell me if it's something else.
Nah, it'll be daring. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Commit and roll with +1. Wow. That was a 6.
Why do we all just suck today?
Jesus.
That was with the +1 too, right?
That's
yeah,
with the +1.
Oof.
Wow.
I mean, I'll say Whisper and Jester are with you. If one of them wants to spin a string to bump it up.
Nah, she can fail.
Okay. You go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You ran ahead. You can fuck off.
Yeah, no, this is on brand.
All right, you dive in. You transform as you pass through the veil into the aria. You see there are blades, there's spells, and does Anna do like a battle cry or like?
I think if she was running it, it would be, I guess it would be battle cry by the most literal sense, just like screaming angrily.
Yeah, and I think you shout and charge in, and it's enough of a distraction that the woman who was fighting Rowan pauses and sees you coming and spins and swings her axe towards you. Go ahead, mark a condition first. As you are able to like stop the worst of the blow, but you are gonna get hit.
I think I'm going to take Angie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like this woman is strong, like unnaturally strong, so that like even when you block the axe, she drives you to the ground so hard you bounce.
I think, yeah, Zana like runs in, and her transformation is just more so that her jacket just becomes like, has pieces of like armor attached to it now, and she just gets like basically bounced, like you just said, just like, oh fuck, no, that's not good. Why? Who? 1 second, I'll come.
And Valkyrie looks at Faye and goes, I thought you said our friends wouldn't be here. And Faye goes, I didn't think they would. So Whisper, Jester, you get to come in after that. So you get to see Zana just on the ground. And you also get to see Aletta definitely has some blood coming down her forehead.
Oh god. Out of character, there's no like healing moves in Thirsty Soul Lesbians, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, like harm is abstract, but like emotional support is how you clear conditions.
oh fuck that noise. Absolutely not. I'm going to. Okay, so this is a bit of a stretch, actually. I'm going to tell Whisper, help the people that are injured. I'm going to go into combat. And I'm going to count that as my plan. Because I get bonuses for that, actually.
Okay. Is it a roll, or what do you get for that?
Let me roll. I get Devious Scheme. I don't know if that's a cunning plan, though, actually. It's a strategy more than a cunning plan. So
I'll allow it.
Okay, I want to use this ability. So I roll. If I get a 10 plus, I get twice during my plan. I get a certain thing, and 7 to 9 I get once, and 6 and below I get pain, I guess. So it is plus wit. Let's see if one of us can roll okay. It's a mixed beat. That's not bad.
That's a mixed beat. That's not a fail.
It is not. For once, we didn't fail. So once during my plan, I can either produce just the right object, describe an unexpected weakness in an obstacle, or appear right behind someone at a crucial moment. So I can just hold on to that for when I need it the most.
All right, perfect. Hold on to that.
Oh, I will. And my plan is to get Whisper to help put everyone back up, and I'm going to charge directly in because fuck the power of friendship. I have a weapon.
All right. I'm gonna say you are gonna rush in to the fight. Whisper, are you going to help Zana or Aletta first?
Oh, I step right over Zana to go get to Aletta.
And you're so valid.
Yeah, but Whisper looks basically the same. the sort of scars across her body are glowing a little brighter now in the aria, and her eyes are sort of fully consumed with that golden light. And she was wearing these sort of black leather gloves to cover her hands in the real world, and those have come off, and her fingernails have elongated. They're almost blade-like and very, very dark. But yeah, she runs over towards where Aletta is and uses her nails to sort of pull off the tie that she is still wearing. And using that, sort of dabs at the blood and says to Aletta, "I'm so sorry we weren't here. What can I do? Are you okay?"
Wait, wasn't there something about like rolling to entice when you do something?
Yeah, does Whisper need to roll entice?
Yes.
I was also gonna ask, like, did I see that Faye, like, kind of, like,
The tie removal, you know?
showed a little mercy on Aletta?
I'll say it's up to you if you saw it. I'll say it's
I
up
mean,
to
I
you how
kind of wanted to do it, but it was also just like, I feel like I'm already smitten with Faye, so is it just like, can I get smitten again?
I mean, sure. Also, that's an upbeat.
Hey!
Hey!
You rolled an upbeat to be gay.
Because, maybe I see Faye showing, like, some mercy on Aletta, and it just, like, continues this narrative in my head that she's not that bad, you know?
Yeah, she used the blunt end of her weapon. She's not that bad.
But, and then like, I maybe saw that, she could have, actually dealt a lot worse and, pulled back.
Yeah. Listen,
God, my standards are so low.
It is definitely not a bad thing that you're very in love with your mortal enemy. It's definitely okay and valid.
Totally.
But so that is a 10 on that entice. So you gain a string and you gain a string on Aletta, and Aletta chooses one. So Aletta can either get flustered and awkward, promise something they think you want, or give in to desire.
Oh, those are all such good options.
There is a move called Finally Kiss in a Dangerous Situation that would totally tie into this. Just saying.
You're so right. I gotta give in to desire, right?
Do it.
This is very thematically fitting for everything Aletta does. I think instead of responding to the apology for not being there, or like, what can you do, or any of that, or, talking about why she's all upset, I think she's just going to kiss Whisper and say thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Whisper obviously kisses back. What does Anna smell like?
Oh no.
Somewhere between, right now, it would be somewhere between roses and whiskey.
So, it's a smell you're very familiar with. That is sort of on a Whisper's breath and collar. As she kisses you back.
Just gotta file that one away in the back of the head where the whole insecurities live. It's fine.
That's a lot to unpack, but you did finally kiss in a dangerous situation, so you both get +1 forward to protect each other for the rest of the scene.
Oh, yay!
It's on the ground, like holding back an axe. All right, lovebirds.
Right, there's a whole fight going on. It's going really bad. I got hit in the head.
You got here way before us, though. You're doing great. And I would like to try to offer emotional support. I'm confirming that she's doing good, which I have a move for, and that is somewhere on my character sheet. Oh, when you roll emotional support during physical confrontation, if the person you're supporting opens up to you, they can clear a condition even if you roll a 6-, and they can clear 2 conditions with the same emotional support action when you use this move. So that's a 7. So will you open up to me?
You know what? I think yes. We kissed. You get vulnerability. I'm sorry. I guess how are you going to do the emotional support before I say how I open up?
I think that it's like the sort of continuing to sort of try and gently clean you off a little bit, or like tying up in any injury if you have an injury that's open, and just saying like, you did really well to get here before us. We must have heard the aria much later than you. What's happening? Are you okay?
Having kind of a bad day, but my aunt heard it and she called me, and so I was just trying to be useful for once, you know? It's not going great.
You don't have to try and be useful, Aletta. You already are?
Really sweet of you, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But at least you like me.
Oh no!
Ouch!
Pointedly looks to Jester.
I'm not looking. I'm busy.
I would also like to, I don't know, fight.
Yeah. As soon as we resolve this emotional support roll, so you each choose one, because you can't get 4 strings on a dream mirror. So you each get to choose an option from the list. You can clear condition, mark XP, +1 forward, or gain insight.
I'll clear a condition because I have 2 of them.
Yeah. And you get to clear an extra one because of the Blade Souls Don't Give Up move.
Oh yeah, I guess I will clear both, which makes sense because I'm no longer hopeless because my friends are here to help, and I'm feeling less insecure because I did just get kissed back. So that's real good for the ego.
Yeah, I would like some insight, please.
Yeah.
Into... Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, can I get sort of a vibe from our opponents? Like, is there a weakest link emotionally? I'm assuming it's Faye, but maybe not. Or is there something we could do to try and get this done with?
Faye's definitely the weak link here. Like, you aren't totally sure what's happening. You got here late, but like, Faye at this point has backed away from the fight altogether after clocking Aletta. Valkyrie and Zana are still like locked in combat.
Good idea.
And you can't really get a read on Theodora from here. She and Rowan are a little bit further away. But yeah, Faye's heart is definitely not in it.
Beautiful.
So, yes, I am fighting with somebody.
Yeah, you went from fighting with 3 somebodies to fighting with 1 somebody.
Now that the odds are more even, let's say, I am actually going to go on the offensive against this person.
Let's roll fight.
Let's roll fight.
Daring or grace?
Daring or grace? Let's see. Let's do grace. I imagine I'm very graceful with my moves. Because honestly, my +2 for grace will cancel out my -2 because I'm frightened. That is an 8.
All right, that's a mixed beat. So you get to choose some options from the fight move, and somebody else gets to choose some options.
Let us, through violence, inflict a condition on this person.
Okay.
Maybe I make them angry at me. Maybe, I dodge out of the way and not even with my sword, just like with my elbow, just clock them right in the face.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe I'm getting a little bit dirty with my fighting.
All right, and you get to choose one more.
Let's see. And I would like to create an opportunity for an ally through, distraction of elbow to face. Maybe if Jester is heading my way, maybe I create an opportunity for them, like as this person is reeling back from just getting an elbow to the face. They are not paying attention to suddenly there's a clown behind them.
No one ever expects the clowns.
Yeah, suddenly clown. They are also going to choose one.
Go for it.
And I think as Theodora is falling, she grabs the blue wrapping that's around the bottom of your sword and seems like it's trying to disarm you, but instead just pulls the wrapping loose. So when she stumbles backwards, she is now holding a blue scarf in her hand.
That's stealing.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Oh, so they're just taking an item from me, they're not inflicting a condition or anything?
Yeah, just taking an item.
Okay.
And now there's a clown.
There is a
There
clown.
is the opportunity and a clown. I would like to take out my sword, which is just kind of a playing card deck that slides out of my little wrist sleeve, and they flick it open and it takes the shape of a sword. And I want to just fight. I'm gonna go plus daring, get a +1, I think, from Aubrey's wonderful getting them where I want them to be.
Yep.
That's an 11. Ugh!
Very good. So you get to choose 3 options.
Oh boy. Well, I want to, through violence, inflict a condition first off. I want to get this person out of the fight as fast as possible. I guess there's many good options. I'll say, does it look like they might have any important objects on them?
Yep.
Other
yep,
than-
this guy.
I can steal the scarf back, actually. I'm gonna do that. I want the scarf back.
Okay, take the scarf back.
Alright, and for a third one, I guess create an opportunity for an ally. So I feel like Aubrey kind of or Rowan kind of elbowed them, and I kind of slash around where the legs are and kind of knock them a bit down. So Rowan is now in a really good position, and I just hold up the scarf and just looking for this.
Yes, actually.
I'll toss it back to Rowan real quick.
Yeah, you toss the scarf back to Rowan, and I'm gonna say you take Theodora down. Just like the tag team of you two against her is more than she can handle.
Oh damn, she's not gonna doesn't she get to inflict something in response or no?
I think here's what I'll say. As she's going down, she's gonna, through cutting words, inflict a condition back. And I think she doesn't really know what would get to you, but she just says, still cleaning up other people's messes.
Oh. I feel like I'd be angry at that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
And it's that situation where she gets that one-liner out as she's on her knees, and someone can just get one more hit in and she's on the ground.
One down, 2 to go.
So, Zana, you have a very angry woman with a very big axe up in your face. What do you want to do about it?
I think Zana is gonna reach for her sword, which is currently it's on her, like she has a like attached to her. It just looks like an oversized switchblade like handle. She's gonna like flick her wrist and it's gonna appear as a sword whip, but the chains are linked together with this rose colored light. And I want to just take this fucker out. They attacked me. They're mean.
All right, beautiful. Let's roll another fight about it.
Yeah. And I get a +1 forward because of Fool's Rush in, right? Oh, towards Defy Disaster. Okay.
Yeah, you spent that +1.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a fight roll. A 9. Nice.
All right. So you choose 2 and she's going to choose 1.
I think I'm going to, through violence, inflict a condition and seize a superior position, as what I want to do is take the chain whip sword and then flick it at her legs and basically pull back and trip them very hard.
All right, yeah. She is going to take the angry condition as she just is fighting. She fights like very big and messy and just overextends just a little bit. And you take that opportunity to whip around her ankles and slam her to the ground. She's not quite out. Like, she's still like conscious, but I think she looks over and sees Theodora knocked out. And she looks over and she sees that Faye isn't even fighting anymore. And she knows that her plan didn't work. So she just raises both, like drops the axe, raises both hands. Goes, all right, you got this one.
Now, I need you and your little shitty friends to leave.
Yeah. If you let her up, she's gonna go and pick up Theodora and just like sling Theodora over one shoulder.
Yeah, Zana will let her, but she's gonna like basically straighten the whip sword so it's like an actual sword and just keep it pointed at her as they're walking.
Mm. I think she looks over at Faye, and Faye looks at her, and she just spits on the ground and keeps going.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt emotionally. I say this out loud.
Quick question. Tick, what is your feelings track at?
It's only at 2, actually. I can take 2 more things before I break.
Okay, that's about where I thought it was.
Oh no.
So yeah, I think Faye just kind of like squats down so that like she's like balanced on the balls of her feet And Whisper and Oletta, you're probably the only ones who are close enough to hear it. When she says, didn't want it to go like this.
How did you want it to go?
I don't know. This whole thing is fucked up. I just wanted it to be over.
What, you thought that you could kill Rowan before it happened and that would be the end of it?
I wasn't gonna let them kill her. But I thought if she couldn't show up tomorrow, maybe you all would be off your game.
You've doomed the world because you're tired?
The world is already doomed. At least if we do things this way, we can try to make something good out of it.
No, we're just a coward who doesn't want to put in the work to change it. You should go.
Yeah, I should go. And her weapon just sort of disappears into smoke. She turns and walks away.
Rowan, is this who you were sneaking out to go see? Like 5 times a week?
It wasn't 5 times a week.
I lost count.
You do notice Rowan is still holding the blue scarf, which would go with Faye's outfit.
Really?
What?
Rowan, have you been seeing the enemy? Like, have you been fucking the enemy?
He wasn't always our enemy.
Have you been fucking our enemy while she was our enemy?
Rowan does not have a good answer for that.
I just thought you would have had better taste by this point.
Yeah, honestly, same.
But you remember when Faye was one of us?
I do. She was one of us, is the emphasis. Now she's edgy, is the best way to put it. Cynical, pessimistic. She's not quite the person that you knew.
Maybe I'm not the person you know either.
Well, I know you weren't, considering what's been going on, but this is not the time for it. We're going to be going to war tomorrow, and the last thing I want is any drama clogging it up. We could talk about this and deal with this later.
Yeah. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
I mean, hey, she's not that bad looking, so I can kind of see where you're coming from. Like, just kind of lightening the mood a little bit, like trying at least.
Is Faye completely gone yet?
Yeah, Faye is left.
Okay. Because, yeah. And Rowan just sort of clutches the blue scarf to her chest very tightly. Maybe it looks like she wants to cry. Maybe she's unsure. Lots of emotions going across her face right now.
Emotions. I guess I gotta give you an awkward pat on the shoulder with that one, Chief. I can roll plus hard to try and comfort you, but it's not gonna go very well. I'm just gonna go with an awkward pat on the shoulder and call it a day.
I would love for you to roll for awkward pat on the shoulder, actually.
Please do.
Fine.
Yes.
This is
I almost want you to fail this.
Oh, I'm going to fail it. Do I want to send a string on this? I feel like I do actually.
Well, spin a string to not fail?
I want this emotional support pad to be really good, you know. Actually,
Yeah, you want to get that +3 on it?
yeah, it seems fitting in character right now. It was a tough moment for my good old friend. So it's gonna be the +3 plus. Oh, I can roll plus heart or plus spirit. That's perfect.
That's
I'm
true.
not using heart. I'm using spirit. Fuck that. I'd rather go with a 0 instead of a -1. That's a 10. I don't know why I'm good at this, but I guess I am.
Maybe you just know me that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've been friends long enough that, like, without necessarily saying it, you can just kind of share a look.
Mm-hmm. A little bit like, I'm not going to hold this against you. We're going to talk about it and we're going to kind of get through this, you know? Still friends, you know?
Yeah. So go ahead. Well, first is Rowan opening up to the shoulder pat?
Yeah, I think it's because it is Jester and it is her oldest friend, you know.
I feel like this is like the most emotional comfort you ever get from her. So it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's a shoulder pat. That's a lot, actually.
It's the shoulder touch. And just being like, yes, yeah, I'm been seeing her for like, and it just kind of like very quickly, it's like, yeah, I totally been seeing her for like, it was a couple of months after she left.
That's fine. I know you're a
It's been like
simp.
6 months.
I know
It's been
you're
like 4 months.
Don't worry, Rowan. I know you're a bit of a simp. But let's just
One of us is bad at math, and I don't think it's me.
not
Oh,
helping.
I passed my math classes.
Honestly, I think Rowan's more likely to pass a math class than Zana.
Wait, we had math classes?
Exactly.
I do want to say on, like, Zana, like, arm on the, like, holding their arm, like, because basically, like, it hurts. They're gonna walk past Whisper and Aletta's like, okay, you two get home safe. See you tomorrow, I think, probably. Oh,
Where are you going?
somewhere less painful. So, you know. Oh,
Good luck.
okay.
Honestly, I was about to eat dinner before we did all of this, and now I feel like it's gonna be cold. So can we head back?
Me and we are right outside the cat cafe.
But I made soft tacos.
Yeah, those are probably dissolved by this point.
Probably. You know, this is at least tea. And they're cats. I think I need to, like, hold the biggest, cuddliest cat they have. Hello, everybody. This is Aubrey with a very quick announcement before we get back to the episode. Goblets and Gays has been nominated for an Audioverse Award, and this is awesome. Audioverse Award is for actual plays, TTRPGs, and audio fiction, audio dramas, things like that. And it's held every year. And it would be awesome if we won. You can go and vote for us or any of the other great productions nominated down in our episode description or at audioverseawards.net/vote. We hope to get your vote and we hope to win that. And thanks. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
You know what? Same. I think we all deserve to hold a cat. And I'm gonna debate something really quickly. And it's just like a flavor text, but I guess I'm gonna take the little lucky charm out of my pocket that I probably kept in there instead of putting it on. And just, well, let it concede, just be like, I guess this was pretty helpful. I'm putting it back in my pocket. Just within eyesight, you know. I'm trying to be nice. I don't say that part in character, but I'm trying to be nice. I will make another roll if I have to, but
Yeah, I don't.
I think Aletta was about to like say something really mean under her breath, and she stops.
No, take your plan to strengthen her has backfired by niceness.
Sometimes you have to be nice.
All right. So yeah, I think most of you are going into the Lucky Cat Cafe. Is Anna just gonna go off and do her own thing?
Yeah, she's just gonna go off. Probably just to be around less people in general.
Yeah, just somewhere quiet, like maybe take a walk through the park. So there is, at this time of night, there's nobody else in the cafe. Usually they'd be closed by now, but Eula left the door open. And when you all step inside, she just goes, that sounded intense. Are you okay?
Physically, yes.
I need the darkest cup of hot chocolate you got.
We've
What about
had
the
better
rest?
fights, Auntie.
It was.
You all want your usuals?
Yes, please.
Yeah, and she'll get busy making you all drinks. Definitely like gives Aletta a pat on the back when she set chores down.
I think
Goes,
Aletta would help her make drinks.
yeah, she like physically like takes your shoulders and turns you and like removes you from behind the counter. It's like, you don't work here.
But I know how to do it all.
Like, you can tell she's like tempted to let you, but it's like, no, I told you when you left. You're a customer now.
Guess. You were right, though. It was the Arya.
Yeah, I don't hear it as well as I used to, but I know when somebody's making a fuss outside of my place.
Thanks for the heads up, Auntie.
Yeah. Thanks for letting people know. I didn't actually think Faye would try anything like that.
A classic case of the evil kidnapping lesbian.
She's so hot.
Just gonna pause. Just put a finger up to your mouth and be like, were you into that?
I wasn't before.
I guess it's a learning experience right before the end of the world.
Well, I'm gonna have to put those kids on the bad customer list.
Wait, you have one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Why aren't me and Zana on it yet? Zana.
Well, you two have enough common sense not to start fights in my place.
Very true.
It's not a very long list.
Can I see the list?
Yeah. She like goes behind the counter and like takes out a clipboard. And there is like a list of people who are banned. And you see that Rain and Harmony's names are both on it.
It's my mom banned.
Yeah, why is her mom banned?
Well, it's kind of an ugly story, but it was after their last symphony. They came in here. I don't know what they were talking about, but whatever it was, Rain punched Harmony in the face.
Oh shit.
Jester has a that makes sense look on their face, but they don't say anything.
I think that Rowan is just like, huh, yeah. I've heard stories.
I probably could have let them off with a warning, but then, yeah, things escalated.
Yeah, generally things with my mom do escalate.
Your mom should learn how to de-escalate.
I don't think she has that skill. I don't think she'll ever have that skill.
Never too old to learn a new skill.
Yeah. Well, let's deal with tomorrow, and then before we try to make my mom Mother of the Year.
Yeah. Your mom probably might not get the Mother of the Year award, to be completely honest.
My mom definitely won't get the Mother of the Year award.
Yeah. I think you, and I'm going to point to the bartender, for your very good hot chocolate, gets Best Auntie of the Year. And look at Oletta. And look at her again.
Yeah. You say that there is actually like a row of like best aunt mugs, and she sort of like beams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Each one is like slightly different. They're all like have like different patterns and decorations on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I need to know. Does she have just a lot of like nieces and like nibblings, or are these all from Oletta?
I want to think they're all from Oletta.
I will say some of them are from other people. Most of them are from Oletta.
That tracks, yeah.
Yep. I don't know if this fits, but I would like to pull out my phone for just a moment. And theoretically, kind of the idea I'm going for is the move call on a toxic power.
Who are you calling?
I'm not gonna call anybody, I'm gonna text somebody.
Who are you in character? I look at you, I was like, who are you texting?
Nobody.
Rowan, give me the phone.
After give you two in just a moment.
Rowan, who are you texting?
I'm gonna furiously type up this text and send it.
Rowan! It's like that one game was like dog chewing. What are you chewing? Choose faster. Stop that!
Yeah, essentially.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep, it's it's a text to Faye, and just being like, so no matter how tomorrow goes, see what happens, and the world survives or dies or whatever. I don't know. Maybe then we can run away.
Can I look over her shoulder to see what she's typing?
Here's what we'll do. I'll say, Rowan roll text a toxic power, and Jester roll defy disaster to read the text.
Okay. That's any stat, right?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I guess. There's no like stealth check.
That'd be like Grace.
True, but I want to say it's witty to try and read the text.
Yeah, you can do it in a witty way. You can just sort of like, maybe you're like looking at the reflection in the window.
Yeah, it works.
Mm-hmm. I got a 9.
I keep rolling upbeats. I got an 11.
Amazing. So you definitely do read it right before Rowan hits send, but you don't stop Rowan from hitting send. So what is Rowan's question exactly? Is it like, can we run away together, or is there some other information you're trying to get out of this?
It is probably just the can we run away after this is all done? You know, if the world ends or we save the world, no matter what it is, it's destined, then destiny is done. Then can we run away?
Yeah, I think you get a reply that Jester also reads in the reflection. That's fuck destiny. If we both live, let's go.
Can I just text Rowan and it's just a pop up that just says, "You need to dump her. She's trying to kidnap you."
Yeah, Rowan, you get that text.
Yeah, then I just look over and then just feel like I just like look over at you and just be like, I mean, it didn't work. She did not successfully kidnap me.
Okay, so if I try to murder you and I don't successfully murder you, it's fine. We're still friends.
Yeah, that's called training.
No! That's not what I mean, and you know it! If I try to poison your coffee and you survive, then we're still cool because that's not how it works, Rowan!
Also, I've seen the things you put into coffee.
Okay, listen. The hot sauce makes me wake up better.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, bartender, do you have some hot sauce for this hot chocolate?
I think
Yeah.
hot sauce actually makes sense. Like, would technically make sense in a hot chocolate because there's like chocolates that have chilies in them, and those are really good.
She
Okay.
actually asks, "Is chili powder okay?"
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Now I have to think of something else that's cursed too.
Yeah, this chili powder is a much better idea than hot sauce.
Mayonnaise?
Oh, I don't know.
Mustard? Actually,
You're
mustard.
banned. You're banned.
Yeah, that's bannable offense.
Please ban.
And you guys-
There are like condiment packets on the table because they do serve food here.
Yeah, you guys just watch Jester squirt mustard in their hot chocolate and down it.
Oh, just.
Ow. I think I just took psychic damage.
I think that was worse than the kidnapping.
It makes me feel alive at this point. Don't judge me.
How did she kidnap you? Anyway, Rowan, you were...
Well, you know, we meet here occasionally and hang out, and, you know, it's a place where, you know, theoretically, we're not supposed to fight each other. So, you know, we hang out, you know, pet the cats, drink tea, be gay, and then I got here, she texted she was out back, I thought she was just smoking a cigarette, and, you know, we would talk and then just come in, and then that's when they tried to kidnap me. First it was like, oh yeah, you know, it's better if we just run away, and, you know, because it, you know, doesn't matter, and, you know. Absolutely. Yeah, somewhere off in the distance. She's on to say 5 times a week.
Whisper stares at you judgmentally.
Well, let's just leave that for now. Rowan, please stop texting your toxic ex for like one day. Pretty please.
I think I will be too busy tomorrow to text her,
Yeah.
but I'll probably also see her tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
And I make no promises after tomorrow.
Listen, if she's no longer evil and you can get her through a redemption arc, that's fine.
I mean,
She seems kind of stubborn though, so like, good luck.
yeah. She says wistfully.
You simp. Anyways, I think we should probably head to bed because it's quite late. We just fought.
Yeah. Also, this is just my answer to Faye's text would have been, yeah.
Yeah. You all finish your drinks. You head out. It's not a long walk back to the academy. It's honestly like a pretty peaceful night. It's like late, like it's early fall, end of summer, so it's, you know, there's a nice breeze out. Feels pretty good. And then the street lights go out.
Oh dear.
And then the stars start to get dim. And then the moon starts to turn this deep crimson red.
Oh no.
That's very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all were out for a little bit longer than you thought, maybe. It's midnight.
Oh,
I don't think I'm ready.
I don't think anyone is. I also don't think we're gonna get any sleep.
Good thing I added hot sauce to that. Question: when I comforted Rowan, I got like an 11 plus. So could I use like the one that I get to clear the angry condition I had?
Did you not select an option when you rolled it?
I did not.
Yeah,
I
clear
was
the
gonna
condition.
ask, then we got distracted.
Yeah, clear the condition.
Thank you. Well, everyone, it's time for a speech from Rowan. Bedazzle us. You do little wavy hands.
I don't have anything prepared, so fuck it. Let's go kick the bad guy's ass.
Where's Santa?
Oh shit.
Can I call her?
Yeah, I mean, Xana, you see the same thing as you get, I assume, many texts and calls from the group.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zana was just literally in the middle of a park. They go to a park, maybe one that they would just walk around late at night with people before, and just leaning on the bench and just smoking a cig and looking up and just, well, that's bad. What the fuck is with my phone? Oh, it's about the bad thing.
Ring, 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 ring.
Ring, ring, it's bad.
Ring, 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 ring. Pick up the phone.
Zana was putting the phone on silent. It's like, okay, I'll find them.
Yeah.
She declined my call.
I mean, you don't have to, you don't have to look very hard, because that red glow from the moon, it gets brighter and brighter until it's like you have to like cover your eyes. It's like a floodlight shining in your face, and then the light fades, and the five of you are standing together in the aria. The golden trees are black and wilting. The stained glass windows are smashed. There is a thin, there's like an inch of clear, perfectly clear water on the ground that reflects your faces back at you. You are in your transformed states, and when you look into your reflections, you see your normal human selves. And as you look out down the street, you hear a click of high heels as a woman clad in black with a ghostly pale face, black lipstick and dark makeup walks towards you. And her reflection in the water just looks like falling into space.
Jester's panicking. Hardcore.
Oh shit.
Angry. They look angry. And they look scared. But they try to steel themselves.
Aletta will take Whisper's hand and whoever else is next to her with the other hand.
It can
Not
be
sure.
me.
Okay, that's right.
You're not as impressive looking as the last bunch.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And she makes eye contact with you one by one. First, with Rowan, and just says, running, and looks at Aletta and says, hiding, and looks at Whisper and says, breaking, and looks at Zana and says, aimless. And looks at Jester and doesn't say anything.
Jester sort of tightens her fists. I don't have anything to say to you either. I thought I might learn something if I met you face to face, but it seems you are just... And she kind of trails off.
Wait. You feel too familiar with this. That's what Rowan says. It's just like, she looks over at you, Jester. She's like, what?
I don't think she's going to respond to you right now.
Okay, I didn't think so, but that's just what Rowan's doing.
Do you have anything?
There's a move. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
I'll let you do
figure
that.
out a person? Can I figure out Jester?
That didn't go out last time, but go for it!
I'll let you roll that. Tick, what were you gonna say?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry. I don't feel good doing this. I don't take joy in destroying.
And yet you still do it.
I must. So with a 7, figure out a person. You may ask 2 questions, but Jester gets to ask 1 back.
Yep. My questions are, what are your feelings towards this woman? And what do you hope to get from seeing her?
Feelings, you get the feeling that Jester is mad and begrudging and a little bit curious. And what they hope to get from her is an explanation, is some answers.
What's your question for me?
Right! What the fuck is my question for you to open up the sheet again? I was like, oh, right, I get to ask something. Let me see.
I like to think getting a 7 means there's growth.
There is growth. Let's see. I guess, I'm not really sure what Jester would ask right now, but I guess, how could I get you to help me get answers?
You just have to ask.
True. I just have to ask very nicely. I was very mean to you, so I wasn't sure. Not sure much of a doormat Aletta is still, and the answer is very, it seems. Wait, I'm glaring, and I'm just quite literally like, you've chosen everything that you're doing right now. You have your own decisions, your own free will, and yet here you are, being lazy, destructive. You. Why?
You'll get the answer to that in a moment. Could you all just roll Defy Disaster, please?
Oh no.
Concern. Like what kind of disaster are we trying to defy? So
What
I can
stat?
know what stat.
Well, I'll set the scene for you a little bit.
Okay.
She hasn't broken her stride yet. She's still walking towards you, and that inky black nebula where you can see all the stars that disappeared from your sky, you can see on and on forever. And tendrils of darkness start to rise up out of the water and lash out at you. So how do you avoid that?
So, my blade has all of these. It's like a star blade. Can I focus on the blade and make the stars shine bright? Maybe by rolling spirit.
I'll allow it.
I just want to cut through the tentacles with daring. I want to choose violence. I'm big mad right now.
I'm choosing violence in a different way, but light to push back the darkness.
I'm gonna force this.
I think I rolled Grace.
11.
And I'm gonna turn to Whisper and ask if she wants to duet.
That's gay!
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just sort of power through, let them come and then deal with it. But if Aletta wants to dance with me, then that changes my answer.
Now, you did get a 5. I am going to make you taking addition, but... yeah, I think as these tendrils of, starry darkness, start trying to drag you under the water, you can reach out and take Aletta's hand and tell me what happened.
So, Aletta's hand reaches mine, and the sort of glowing scars the glowing extends even further. And unlike my friends, it's not that I'm pulling a blade out of my body somewhere. Within the glow of within this light, like my body just becomes the blade. And there's sort of a burst as sort of everything shatters and then reforms into a sort of dark, like shaded glass that's almost piecemeal. And sort of from within it, you can see these shifting lights. And I am a dagger in Aletta's hand.
Ooh.
Knife save.
That's so fucking gay.
This is
Hey.
all gay.
I can make it more gay.
Make it more gay. Make it more
Do
gay.
it.
I think when you transform into the dagger, one of the like ribbons on Aletta's magical girl outfit like comes swirling off in like a flutter of like music notes and like wraps around the handle, and then the other end of it is Aletta's usual sword, and so that they are tied together.
Ooh, so gay.
I love it.
I also rolled an 11 for my Defy Disaster.
Yeah, so we got an 11 and a 14. You two
Yeah.
are smooth. You are good. You are able to get out of the way. I think, Aletta, you are, with Whisper in your offhand now, you are fighting back the darkness. Jester, Nightborn is still walking, not towards you. She hasn't changed direction. She's walking or attempting to walk past you as she answers your question. And she says, "Do humans choose to breathe? Do you choose to grow and die? Do you choose what you are?"
I do choose what I do choose what I am. Can I try to stash her as she's walking past me?
Yeah, you want to roll fight?
I do want to roll violence.
Violence.
Violence. That's a mixed beat. I'll take it.
All right, choose your two.
I guess through violence, I'm going to inflict a condition as I swing this card sword, and some of them stick into her as it like kind of passes through. And can I provoke my opponent?
Yeah.
I feel like I can. She's like, I'm choosing what I want to be, and something thoughtfully provoking it. This might be provoking. I hope it is. It's just gonna be like, did you ever really love her? I guess I technically have to increase my feelings from that. So I'm taking a string on Nightborn.
Yeah. And she looks at you like you slash through her, and it is like you cut through her body, and you can tell this is not like her true physical self. This is like a projection. But like it's still, you're damaging it, and it does seem like she felt it. And like an inky black tear starts to roll down her cheek, and she says, "I did. I still do. That's what makes this so difficult."
Oh,
So, do you want to go ahead and take another condition?
okay. That is gonna push my feelings, Sephora, I would just like to tell you. I feel like with everything that's happened, the most acceptable one again is angry. Because how dare you say, increase my feelings, Sephora, that you loved her, and yet you can still do all of this. And, I guess my feelings are at 4 now, DM.
Mm-hmm.
They're maxed out.
Do it.
Can I... Oh, did
Go
you
ahead.
want to?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, can I change my costume a little bit too? Because I never described it, but I think seeing this, I have like an idea.
Go for it.
So, you guys watch as like this interaction seems to happen as Jester looks surprised at first at the tears and just pauses and then looks angry as their eyes, the whites of their eyes start to turn black and these veins start to come out, that their hair begins to extend and turn into tendrils as their flesh almost looks like it's spreading out into similar tendrils. And she raises her sword and is just like, then why did you leave her? Can I attack her again? Am I allowed to do that?
I'm gonna let somebody else take an action first, but yeah, and I think the mask, your Jester's mask, it's not so much that you take it off, it is that it melts away.
Yes. That's very good.
Yeah, and you reveal like those inky black eyes that look just like hers. So Rowan and Zana, how y'all feeling? What you want to do? I'll let you decide who goes first.
Rowan, you could go because I'm still thinking.
Okay. I want to continue just filling this area with light to beat back the darkness, sort of pouring my love, feelings, whatever, into my blade and making the stars shine. I have Faye's scarf now tied around my wrist, and my sword is just raised. And it's, burning bright.
Are you going to fight, or are you using a move?
I want to fight in, maybe not like actively attacking the tentacles, but force light in, if that makes any sense.
All right, well, let's call that a defy disaster then, to like just keep the darkness back.
Yeah. I did spirit before. Spirit again.
You can do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it's like I want to, keep the darkness back so that, it is not harming my friends, so they can really create these opportunities for them. And that is a 9 for me.
Okay. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and make it a 10? As this light radiates out from your sword and sunflowers start sprouting.
I will definitely take that 10, and, maybe I start getting a little excited as I see sunflowers start to bloom.
Yeah. You don't see the source yet, but yeah, it's just these sunflowers start to sprout up at your feet and are creating sort of like a wall between like you all and the spreading darkness.
I'm reaching with this one, but would you say I'm an heir to a mystic power?
I mean, you're an heir to a mystic power.
Yeah. And I'm acting in accordance with my destiny. And I can check that off and take +1 forward because it's my heroic aspect.
Sounds good to me. Sana, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I think as soon as these tendrils came up, like her whip sword immediately came out, like slashed them away, and I think she's just gonna go in. Like, she sees Jester showing some emotion, which is like, fuck, that's not good. Uh, so it's going to just attack this on any other than hot woman. Today, spooky.
All right. You want to roll a fight?
Yeah. Oop. Another 8.
All right. Tell me what two you're choosing.
Definitely through violence inflicted condition, and I want to create an opportunity through distraction, as I just want to advance on this person whipping the swords like very quickly, so she has very little time to react to anything.
Yeah. You slash through her, and again, it's like her body is sort of just made out of the same inky star stuff as the other tendrils that you're fighting, but like slashing through this body does seem to hurt as she like sweeps her arm, and just a huge like wave knocks into you and pushes you away. And she sort of pauses for a moment before looking at Jester and saying, I left for as long as I could leave, because this is what happens when I'm here. This is what it looks like. And you see the darkness under her feet just keeps going further and further out. It's like a drop of ink spreading in pure water. One day, this place will be consumed, and I gave you as much time as I could give you. Aletta, you hear this conversation.
And it's to... Who was she talking to?
To Jester.
Thought so. Would it be an unreasonable leap of logic to assume this person is related in some way, if not actually Jester's mother?
I think one could draw that conclusion from the conversation they just heard.
I think she'll just call out, "This doesn't define you, Jester." And then kiss her new dagger that is Whisper and say, "What do you want to do?"
How does Jester respond to what Aletta said?
Technically, I'm in a murderous rage, so I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm still snapping at this woman.
Okay, then Whisper wants to fight.
Let's fight.
As I am in blade form, I cannot roll danger moves and must rely on my wielder to do so for me. But
Okay, cool.
I can give you +2 with a string if you need it.
Stellar. Could I argue that I am fighting for, I mean, technically Whisper, but I'm wielding her, so I don't know if that's arguable, but really for Jester, because Jester's to try to, like, I don't know, not get Jester killed by this person, her mother.
I think both of those are valid.
Cool. Then I will roll with heart, and then I get I get a +2 from you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if this is gonna include all of my bonuses, so I'm gonna roll it out the thing instead.
We'll figure it out.
There we go. And I leveled up earlier, so I have a +2 to heart now, and then +2 from Whisper, which makes that an 11.
I like it.
On a
So-
7+, they choose one of my options from the fight list when I fight for someone else.
All right,
So Jester, in this case.
Okay, Jester, how about you pick first which option you want Aletta to choose?
Any preference, Whisper?
Or is it Whisper or Jester?
Well, Jester gets to pick something, and then Whisper is the blade, so I feel like she should get to make this decision, or at
Yeah,
least put it
Whisper's
into
kind of in a knife form right now. I want Whisper to make as many decisions as possible. I feel bad.
All right, then Whisper, you make the first pick.
I would like to inflict a condition through violence.
Good
All
choice.
right, that's going to be the third condition for Nightborn.
Oh. And then, because we picked 3 total, right?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
ahead.
I was going to also create an opportunity for an ally to seize prowess or distraction. And does she have a sword?
No, it just seems like her body is the weapon.
I see. Then I suppose I will attempt to also provoke the opponent and gain a string on them. By saying you could never live up to the heights that your daughter has reached.
All right, that's 2.
I think Jester gets
Oh, I do?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Commit theft. Steal something from her.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is a very everything in the aria is very symbolic and metaphorical and like. So, what do you want to steal in this moment?
Me?
Yeah. What do you want to steal? What do you want to take?
That's tricky. I want to see if I can take anything of sentimental value, just because I want to know if she can own something of sentimental value, you know? How she truly feels, all that. Take your heart! No, I can't just take her heart, literally.
But you do want to take something of meaning. You want to take something of
Yes.
significance.
I want to take something of significance, yes.
And I think you lash out and you take a memory, and I will say I think the way I want to do this is that everyone sees the memory that you take, unless you want to do something about it.
Jester probably does, but I say no. I want everyone to see it. Just play the dirty laundry out.
So I'm going to resolve this fight move because I forgot to finish resolving the last one. And Aletta, you are going to take a condition as, like, you get into, like, this close melee, and her hands, basically, her hands become, like, pointed like knives as she slashes and rakes her claws across your chest.
No. If my builder would gain a condition, you can give them a string, and you gain that condition instead.
Ooh.
That gives me 4 strings on you.
It sure does.
Yep. I think that rope, or that ribbon that Aletta tied, just tugs just so, and you can, like, deflect the blow and take it yourself. We will resolve that string advance in just a second. So you gave Jester the opening to steal a memory, a precious memory, and you see the water ripples and the inky blackness for just a moment is gone. And instead you see the reflection of Nightborn, injured, dying, and you see a woman with a shining sword standing over her. And Nightborn says, "You can end it. You can end it right now." And the woman drops her sword and kneels and cups Nightborn's face in her hand and says, I don't want to. I want to find a way to make it better. And then the darkness spreads across the water again, and they disappear into the shadow.
Ouch! That hurt every bone in my body.
So, Aletta does not get XP for the string advance, but I do believe you still gain an insight, is that correct?
Yes. Something, so Whisper tells me something profound insight that you may not even know. And then it's up to me whether I share that insight with the character or not.
So, Whisper isn't a Heavenblade. They're not a part of this academy. They're not a part of this fight, technically, except in that they want to protect Aletta and her interests in Rowan. And because of that, Whisper has been throwing herself into this aggressively and without sort of a thought for herself, because the idea that she is her own person, that she is actually something worth valuing rather than a tool for everyone else, is too terrifying and too much responsibility to deal with. And so she would rather just break in the hands of someone she loves than live for herself.
Wow.
Y'all are depressed.
So, because I get the insight advance. Oh wait, no, it's not the advance. Yes, it is. Wait, no, it's just regular insight. Is there a difference?
I mean, it's a profound insight. There's
Okay.
no mechanical difference.
Right, okay, yes. Then I get self-reflection, which I think is perfect in the light of this insight and like realizing this similarity between us that I never knew. And so I have to answer how I recently discovered about myself that makes me proud to be me. And I think oh gosh. I think she's I think she's proud to be someone worth diving into battle with. And yeah. I don't know if more happens after this. I really have no idea, but because there's like a lot of things that like trigger one after another. Because I was also before that I was gonna say I was smitten for taking the blow.
All right, we'll come back to
There's
smitten.
just so much. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So self-reflection, you change an aesthetic and you choose one of those 3 tick boxes.
Okay. I think others can earn string advances on me now, which feels appropriate because I've just become smitten with Whisper, which would bump that up to something higher. But yeah. And I don't know, aesthetic change would be, I think she gets a cool coat instead of her little like train, like a cool long coat, sleeveless coat. Yeah.
I love it. We're not going to resolve the smitten right now.
That's totally fine.
you can give the string, but do you tell Whisper that you have had this insight, or do you keep it to yourself for now?
Yes. I think I look at the blade and like angle it so like the reflection catches in a way that it's almost like I can like see her within it and say I know why you fight.
Whisper?
I think that for a moment you can feel your ribbon that was connecting us, like it sort of wraps around your hand in sort of a squeeze, which is as much as I can do in this form.
That's very tender and lovely. I do want to clarify, you can still talk.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whisper, you can talk. Whisper, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you knew that, but that's a very sweet and tender gesture. So, Rowan, you are holding back the darkness so it doesn't spread any further. Zana and Oletta, you are fighting back these tendrils as you try to push in to help Jester. Jester, seeing this memory, does this have an effect on you?
Is crying a free action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crying then. I feel like just crying and angry and emotional and just trying to wipe it off with one hand. It's like, don't make this harder for me. Yeah, you should have stayed away if this was going to happen. I need to protect everything I care about. I didn't expect you to care. I didn't expect you to care about me. I don't even know if I can attack right now. I guess it depends on what she replies with.
staying away, ignoring my purpose. It's like holding my breath. I can do it for a while if I really try, but I can't stop it forever. And she turns and looks at your friends and sees how hard they're fighting. And she says, "You all could stop it." I was wrong. You are not small.
I think we can stop it. And with everything you've said, I'm sorry for what I'm going to have to do to you. And I'm gonna attack. Oof.
Roll to fight.
I will also say, I will spend a string to give Jester a +1. Because that's my best friend.
Just taking psychological damage right now. On character sheet. At least I'm still using my sword. I have the refinedness to it. That's a 7. Barely. That's a mixed beat.
Can multiple people spend strings?
Can they?
Can they?
Yes, more people can spin strings.
I'll spend a string.
Because I mean,
So that
if
was
you
strings?
my +1 was, would that make it 8?
No, I included it.
Okay,
and,
so it'd be 8.
we'd only be able to get to 9 because Whisper doesn't have a string on me.
I don't have a string anymore either. I spent it already.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we
Well,
spend
you-
multiple strings? I have 2 strings on
Each
Jester.
person can only spend one.
Damn it.
Yeah, we only can keep that a mixed beat, unfortunately, which is
Well,
fine.
F in the
There
chat.
is a note in the chat from Whisper. If you want to repeat that.
My note is, lol, I don't have a string, rip Jester.
No, not that one.
Oh, the one about being max synchronicity?
Yeah. Now, this is technically not the way this works, but this is a magical gay adventure, and so if you want to spend that power to do a big team finishing move,
Yes!
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Yes!
Team finish move.
Team finish move!
It's like in Persona where they just go all out.
so
It's an all-out attack!
Yeah.
Whisper, can you tell me how you make this attack from Jester into how do you enhance this power?
Yeah, sorry, what was Jester's original attack or plan of attack?
I was going to slice her with my sword, aiming for the neck, a quick and painless death.
I think that Whisper sort of comes in from the other direction to both sort of help with that and also so that, yeah, you're not finishing this alone. You're not the only blade in the fight here.
Aw, thank you, coworker.
Yeah, and I think with your ribbon, or with Aletta's, you using Aletta's ribbon to sort of guide their hand, the light from Rowan's, sword pushing back the darkness. Tell me, how does Anna help here?
I think Zana sees what Jess is going to do and is going to whip her sword in a way that it would hold them in place, making sure they can't, counterattack.
All right, so you, the sword sort of like wraps around her middle so that she can't move, and the light spreads until the inky blackness in the water recedes completely, and it's just this woman in black standing with no reflection. The blades clash, and there is a bright, brilliant flash of light. And a moment later, the aria is gone. Your weapons are gone. You're back in your regular clothes, standing in the park. The moon is full. You can see the stars twinkling overhead. You hear somewhere in the distance the sound of voices. Someone on a late night walk.
Important question. Do I still look like an eldritch monstrosity?
You tell me.
I feel like yes, and I'm crying, because that wasn't part of the aria, so I'm still an eldritch monster crying on the floor.
Yeah. I think some of the like more frightening features have like receded a little, so you're not quite as scary looking as you were a moment ago, but it's very obvious that like, you know, you still have those inky black eyes and
Yeah.
I'm crying on the floor. I'm gonna be honest. This is the feelings break. I am crying on the floor. Like this is a Denny's at 3 a.m.
Group hug.
Group hug.
I did it.
You
I
did.
really did it.
You did.
It's over.
It wasn't supposed to be that hard. I really thought it wouldn't be so complex. The answers I'd get would be so simple, so emotionless, but I don't think there was another way. My mom tried the other way, and look what happened.
You did what you had to. And
Yeah.
you chose this. You didn't let no destiny tell you what to do.
I know. I just wish things could have been a lot more different than the cards I was dealt. I don't know what's gonna happen to me after this. They're just crying.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I'm being hugged by everyone in the fucking group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the dagger.
Especially Dagger.
They'd be a person again, right?
I think
Because
that they
the Arya's
change
gone?
back. Yeah. And regardless, I think they change back into a person for the group hug.
No
Yeah.
stabbing in this group hug.
I feel like as she cries, the emotions kind of calm down. She starts to look back to the way that she was. And I'm going to just clear my feelings, emotions, because she got to cry. She deserves it.
Yeah. It is very late at night. You all have beds to get back to. You can sleep it off, deal with how you're feeling in the morning, maybe. But you saved the world. So it's got to count for something.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
So, a couple of quick things. We're gonna do a couple of little epilogues. Whisper, you got that string advance on Aletta, is that correct?
Aletta got smitten with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Aletta, answer your smitten question.
The question is, why do I feel like I have to keep up the performance around you? And I think I would answer this like out loud to your face, is that I don't want to let you down the way I let Donna down.
No. I think that Whisper will sort of grab your hand and say, "You didn't let her down. That is all her doing. And she's doing it to herself. But maybe we can stop her?"
I think that would be nice. We do make a very good duo.
Yeah, Whisper kisses you.
I kiss you back.
Wait, did we say how tall Aletta is? Because if she's anywhere near Jester's height, I have to like jump.
I think she's like not anywhere near Jester's height, but I think she is very thin, very tall. So like she's probably like 5'10", 5'11".
So at least
Jump,
tiptoes.
jump.
Adorable. Yeah, the last time you kissed, Aletta was on the ground, so
Yeah.
It was much easier.
and what profound insight does Whisper get into you, Aletta?
That she spends so much of her time trying to be other people for other people because she doesn't know the first thing about herself. And she's afraid of what she'll find.
No, I think that Whisper doesn't share that with you in so many words, but is intending to sort of work on that for herself and maybe drag you into it a little bit, you doing it for you.
Yeah.
Zana, you did it. You won. You're also technically unemployed again. There's really nothing stopping you from just moving on to the next town, finding something new to do. So, where do you go?
Well, I think before anything, she does want to go talk to Aletta first. I don't know if it's like the next day or the next couple days after.
Yeah, we'll say it's sometime later.
Yeah. And yeah, Zana would approach Aletta and just ask like, "Hey, how are you doing?"
I think better than I thought I could. Are you leaving?
I'm still deciding on that.
You should stay.
I can.
You can.
It's definitely better than how it used to be. All I'm going to do though, not really things to
Maybe.
fight.
But we could all figure it out as a group. Friend.
Yeah, well, I just you and Whisper work really well together.
I think we do. I think we understand each other.
I'm glad. I'm glad that she could. And I'm sorry for how things were.
It's all right. It was a learning experience.
It always is, right?
Yeah.
Just want you to know that you don't have to work so hard to mirror how the world wants to see you, because they're never going to be as good as you could be.
I think I'm starting to realize I can be good enough for me. And anyone else is maybe a bonus. And I think she will kiss your forehead. But thank you.
Yeah, and I think Sana is going to return the kiss, but on the cheek, and we'll turn around. It's like, I'll see you later.
I will hold you to that.
I know you
Whisper
will.
would miss you if you left.
We'll see about that.
Rowan,
Yes.
you head home, rest as much as you're able to rest. And when you wake up in the morning, there's a sunflower on your windowsill.
I pick it up, smell it, all of that, and look around.
Sort of out from like this upper window, you can sort of see out and across the street, and you can see Faye's sort of leaning back against a parked motorcycle.
I knew she had a motorcycle. I knew it. And yeah, I mean, I made a promise. I said yes to this. You know, as soon as C like look meets eyes, she's looking up at me, and nod. It's just being like, yeah, I did say that. I said I'd run away, and I'm going to hold myself to that. And it's literally going to be gonna get ready in the fastest 10 minutes of my life. Throwing whatever clothes I can into a bag, whatever. I don't know where we're running off to. We're running.
Does anyone notice Rowan frantically packing everything they own?
Probably.
I will make. If they don't notice, I will make at least one stop if they're awake.
I mean, they're my roommate.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know if he came back last night or not.
I mean, if I would have been back in my bed, I just like, I think I'm literally sitting there and I see back and it's like, going somewhere?
Yes. Yes, I am. I made a promise last night, so I have to hold to it. So you get to have the room all to yourself for a bit.
Are you getting kidnapped again?
Ethically kidnapped.
Hmm.
I agreed to this one.
Just, I'll tell the group.
I mean, I was gonna. It is early. I was hoping they were awake. I will at least knock on their doors and be like, giving them a goodbye hug.
Well, if you tell the group too, that makes it easier for me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah. Enjoy. If my mom asks where I went, just tell her I'll be back at some point. I don't know when, but tell her I'll be back.
Okay. Sana says, fully knowing not who Rowan's mom is.
Me, but older and taller.
Good luck.
Yep. And then it's a quick, once I have all of my stuff in the bag, run over to Gesture Store and knock and hope they're awake.
I feel like the knocking is gonna wake them up and they're gonna crawl out of bed and open the door looking like a fucking mess after literally 8 hours ago murdering their fucking mom. Just like,
Yep.
Hi, what's up?
I pull you into a hug.
Oh, okay, we're doing
Yep.
okay. I'm gonna give you a hug back.
Yep. And just being like, you're my best friend. I love you. I'm being ethically kidnapped now. And I will be back at some point. Who knows? I will have my phone on me. Text me if there's an emergency.
Wait, hold on, what? I'm not letting go of the hug, actually, now. I'm gonna keep the hug. I was like, hold on, you're explaining things a little bit better than that.
I mean, I promised Faye we would run away after all of this.
You did, but remember, you can do better. And she kidnapped you.
She tried. She's not successfully.
You know what? It is her life. You can do whatever you want. Just keep in touch. If she ever does anything, send me your current address and I will hunt her down and kill her.
Duly noted. I will.
Noted. And I will give you one last squeeze and a pat on the shoulder and be like, have fun, but not too much fun.
Yep. If my mom comes by looking for me, just say I'll be back.
Noted. I'm not actually
You
sure.
will definitely know who my mom is. So.
I know who your mom is. I don't know if I could face your mom right now. I don't know how many people saw that fight.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone did, but like,
Yep. And then it's run over to Oletta's room and knock on the door.
Hello.
Hey, I just I wanted to say that I'm leaving for a bit and wanted to say goodbye.
Are you leaving with her?
Yeah, I mean, made a promise, so yeah, I'll be back.
I'm happy for you. But also, please be careful because she totally kidnapped you, so like that might be a red flag. I'm not like the expert on red flags personally, but that might be a red flag. So text me if something goes wrong. Not because I don't want you to be happy. I do, but like it seems like a bad start.
We'll see how things go. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's going on. I just know where we're going. So expect photos and I'll send postcards.
And if you don't, we'll come find you.
Have you opened the door?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I don't know if we were having this conversation through a door. So as soon as you open the door, you get hugged.
I was gonna say, yeah. Aletta will hug you back really tightly.
And is Whisper also in there?
Yeah,
Probably.
Whisper is in the background and is like, this seems like a promise that would be worth breaking, but I'm glad you're taking control of your life.
Yeah, I lived under the whole destiny to save the world for however old I am, years.
Well, now that that's happened, just don't think it's your job to save everyone else, okay?
Yeah, I didn't plan on it. I planned on, I don't know, being irresponsible for a bit.
Just not too irresponsible.
Irresponsible to a point. I mean, I am running away with my girlfriend, who until 8 hours ago was technically a villain.
That's what I mean.
But I mean, if Whisper comes closer, they'll also get a hug. And if not, they'll get a nice wave or whatever. And then it's, after all of that, I have never run out of this building faster.
Yeah. I think Faye has one of those motorcycles where like the seat lifts up and there's like storage space. I don't know if that's a real thing. Don't at me.
I don't know either. I've ridden on a motorcycle once.
Hands you a helmet. Says, all right, where to?
And I look at her and I smile and I just going, I don't know, let's just pick a direction and go.
Just picks a direction and you go.
For once in my life, Rowan doesn't want to have a plan.
No plan, no goal. You're just gonna go.
Gonna go.
And Jester. Do you call anyone? Do you reach out to anyone? Do you say anything?
I should call my mom, I think, after everything is said and done.
Do you?
I will call her. Not my therapist. Fuck you, Whisper.
Yeah, you give her a call and she picks up the phone and she says, it was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's done. I tried to make it as painless as possible.
I'm sorry that you were the one who had to do it. I'm sorry it wasn't me.
It's... what's done is done right now, I think. And honestly, after talking, I can understand why you couldn't do it. I barely could, with my friends encouraging me for it. It wasn't easy, emotionally.
Yeah, that's the thing. In all the training, in all the battles, they say they tell you she's a monster. And I guess in a lot of ways she was, but you don't expect monsters to cry.
You don't expect them to love, and she did love you, from what I saw. A lot. But there's no rumors about anything that happened going around right now. Am I still kind of under the radar in the clear? Have you heard anything?
No one really knows what happened for sure. Just you and your friends. I'm sure people will start asking, and it's up to you what you want to tell them.
I think for now, keeping this under wraps is a good idea. I don't need a manhunt for my head quite yet.
They'd have to get through me first.
Oh, I can handle them on my own, but thank you. And I feel like you'd also have to get in line. I have a great group of new friends that I'm pretty sure would fight for me.
Well, have them come over for dinner sometime.
Of course, I'll definitely have to invite them if I can get them all in one place. One of them is being kidnapped today.
Oh, was it Rowan?
Yeah, she's going on a life journey with her evil girlfriend, who I said she could do better, but you know, you love who you love.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh?
I'll tell you about it another time.
Oh, now I have to see. Or now I have to hear. Do you mind if I head home for a little bit just to let things boil down a bit?
Yeah, come on by. All your stuff's still in your room. I haven't touched it.
Thank you. Well, I guess I'll wrap up loose ends here and then come by.
Alright. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
And before long, the academy is quiet. It's just dusty old building that no one really needs anymore. But you all get to live the rest of your lives however you want. And eventually go to dinner and meet Jester's mom and maybe even learn Jester's real name someday.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What is the name? What's their name? Jester? What's her name?
Jester.
What's her name?
Jester.
Thank you everyone for listening to a wonderful episode of Goblins and Gays. If you Sorry, maybe are you done? I didn't mean to cut
I'm
you off.
done. Please,
Okay.
outro us out.
Thank you everyone for listening to a wonderful episode of Goblins and Gays. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Patreon, on Twitter. We have a lot of great content. We also have a Patreon where you can support us. And please, Mimi, plug your stuff. You've been an amazing DM. Let people know where to find and support you.
Yes.
Yeah, my Twitter is at Alesha Kills. That is ALESHAKILLS. I have an itch.io where you can buy the Blade Soul and all of my other Thirsty Sword Lesbians content. There's more on the way. I have the Blade Soul, and I also have the Last, where you get to play the last of your kind who is alone in the universe and be gay about it.
Yes. Also, I'd like to thank you for being our first ever guest GM on Goblins and Gays.
Yes,
Am I
you were
really?
amazing.
Oh my god, I'm honored.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I had so much fun tonight. I hope you all had fun.
Yes.
This is so much
Blast.
fun.
So much fun. Maybe my new favorite system.
It is so
Very
good.
good. This is like,
It's
first
so
time
good.
playing as well. So
But
love this.
yeah. Did you finish sending us out, Tick?
I think that's it. Remember, everyone, stay safe, eat your vegetables, and support Mimi.
Yes.
And fuck you, Craig.
Yep. There
Bye,
we go.
Craig.
Good night, Craig. Good night, Georg. Hey everybody, Aubrey here with a fun little announcement. Goblets and Gays is now an affiliate over at Adventure Dice, and we know how much we all love those math rocks. So if you need some new math rocks in your life, go over to adventuredice.ca and in the checkout code, enter our promo code GOBLETS for 10% off. But also, they have dice. They have other TTRPG accessories and tabletop goodies, dice trays, condition rings, and things like that, little spell casting stuff. Great stuff there. Go check them out and support our show. Thank you.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.